Hey guys, welcome back out to the channel. You know, I haven't really posted any sort of video in well over a month. I think almost maybe a month and a half. But I hadn't been lazy. I've taken about a 6 week to 8 week sabbatical because I've been working on some other stuff. So I thought I would update you on that today. I never do an update, and I did get, last video I worked on the transaxle, and we got that transaxle put in the dragster, and it is sitting there, so now it's back to rolling. And I would have videoed that, but it would have been a hot mess, so I'm kind of glad I didn't. Well, anyways, here's what I've been working on the past little bit. I've been making vacation Bible school props, and it has taken some time to get those all together. But you know what? I've had a good time doing it, and I'm glad we finally got it done so I can get back in the garage. But you know, some of you guys may, that go to church, may actually do this kind of stuff for your church or children's programs, that sort of thing. So I thought, hey, somebody might find this interesting or give you ideas for stuff in the future. So the theme is Twists and Turns. It's all about games and gaming and that sort of thing. And I've made this big dice here out of acrylic. I was actually given that, so that worked out nicely, and I illuminate it with this whenever it's kind of dark, and it looks pretty good. To balance out the stage, we made a nice Rubik's Cube. Welded a bunch of 1/8" rod to give it the shape, and put us some paper from the nursery in there. It's just regular, I guess they're 36-inch sheets of that. That way I wanted to illuminate that as well. That way it could sort of mirror what we had down there. But yeah, and then took some duct tape, black duct tape, to make our seams, and I think from a distance that actually looks all right as far as trying to make us a Rubik's Cube. The biggest thing that was the most difficult was this great big, I call it the track, but I guess it's more or less the game board. It's essentially made out of 1.5" polystyrene. I kind of had to make that in 6 sections and sort of map that dude out so that the girls could paint it. And they did a great job on it. And I wanted to give it a little, cock it a little bit, you know, maybe 60 degrees or so. And to do that, they had to give this bad boy some structural rigidity. So we bent some conduit to give it some backbone, and took us some good old-fashioned 1.5", I think, or maybe 2-inch conduit straps, and cut this out. That way we could get some supports on her, and that holds it up. And we just had to put this thing in there. Little Galaga arcade game that goes fantastic with that. Took one of our TVs from the house, and I cut out some foam, that 1.5" polystyrene insulation, and made a nice little Nintendo Switch out of it, and sort of put a USB with some photos in there and give it a little bit of rotation, and made an arcade. 10 points if you can guess what arcade sign, what TV show that comes from. I had to mirror that. So yeah, and then luckily we got some lights here in the church that allows us to illuminate that. I think it's kind of cool. The girls went in and sort of projected that on some of that foam, and actually I cut it out and they painted that. I was so impressed with how it came out. And Mario, you gotta have Mario if you got a gaming theme, right? We took, I think it was 12-inch concrete pier forms and made that out of that. Took some foam, put it around there. Cut out a good old-fashioned piranha plant. Got Mario up here. He's swinging down the pole as he has victory here at Bowser's Castle. you can buy this stuff at Lowe's. That brick board. It's kind of expensive. It's like $40-something a sheet, but luckily we had some left over and reused it. I'm gonna show some of my automotive. Yeah, there's some of my automotive inspiration there. So we got a little lug nut that's holding up the flag. Hey, it was the only thing that fit at the moment, and I didn't want to build anything else. And then finished it off with some of this stuff. So anyways, I had a good time with that. Worked out nice. And you know, I thought, well, heck, I'm not gonna like doing this. It's gonna take me away from the garage and all these other things I want to get done. But you know, I will have to admit, in the end, I really enjoyed every minute of this. And it's nice being able to use. We'll do something good for the church, and you know, use whatever gifts you've been skilled to do. And we all have those gifts and skills. They're just all different. So I really like this theme. I'm gonna preach to you a second. So if you don't like it, I'm sorry, but just hang on. You might learn something. You might learn something. The theme is twists and turns, and obviously gaming. And it's a great message, I think. The twisting and turning of the game board is a great analogy to you know, how we deal with life. There's all kinds of twists and turns, especially when we seek out to try to live holy. And let's face it, in 2023, it's never been harder. We are we live in a world turned upside down, and it's not getting any better. And so, you know, thinking of gaming here, you know, and going along with that whole thought, you know, I'm not much of a gamer, but I used to play Mario when I was younger. I happened to be young enough that I was in elementary school when that came out. Yes, I know, I'm not that old, but I am old. And man, I would play that for hours, and boy, it would stink when you get so far and all of a sudden you fall off of that cliff or get eaten by a piranha plant, and you know, it's just game over. You know, it's like, you get so frustrated, you get that far and you blow it. Well, that, you know, we often think in life when we screw up that it's just game over. You know, Christ, yeah, he's mad at us. I don't know, even go to church, because it's just, you know, what's the point? I've blown it, and you know, I can't prove anything. And well, here's the thing about it. You don't have to. You relax in what's been done for you. It's not you that has to do the work there. Christ does the work for you, and it is the inspiration to keep going. You know, if you're like me, you probably blow it every day. Life is a bunch of twists and turns, and you know, you can rest in the fact that you don't have to live your life based off your performance. Performance will come once you sit back and realize what's been done for you already, and that thankfulness in your heart leads to change. So if you happen to be watching my video today, be encouraged that you don't have to be perfect. It isn't game over when you screw up. You keep your focus on the Lord. He is faithful to forgive, and good things come out of that. So anyways, I hope you've enjoyed what we've done here, and I hope to get back to the garage and get more things done in the future. So until next video, we'll see you.